This ASMR is based on the book Wuthering Heights. There won't be any spoilers from the book, but I am playing a character that I've added into the book, and you will be playing the character Catherine, but obviously I won't mention any names, and I hope you enjoy it. Hello, miss. My name's Emily Smith. I'm here for the new maid role. Of course, I'll call you Ellen. Sure. So, I've brought a small resume about my qualifications and stuff like that. Of course, I know that the work would be quite peculiar, seeing as I have to work with the mistress of the household up close. Well, if I'm her personal maid, which was in the ad. Sure. I grew up in Gimmerton, in one of the estates. No, my family haven't come from much money, but I'm hoping to at least get enough money from this job to help in the household. Yes, I know it comes with accommodation as well, but I was wondering and I was meaning to ask, is there chances to visit family members on like breaks or something? There is. Good, thank you. Is there any other questions? Oh, of course, my qualifications. Well, I worked as a primary school teacher for a while, then as a shopkeeper, as I was just looking for as much jobs as I could get, and now I'm here. Yes, that's my age. You're hiring me straight away. Oh, thank you. That means a great deal. Is there anything I should know about the master and mistress of the house? Oh, the mistress is ill. Oh, yes, I have the full extent of knowledge in those areas. My father was a trained doctor. He left the practice quite young. He had a few unfortunate encounters with people who didn't like his practice of medicine. Oh, no, he practices it all to the correct standard. He just uses natural remedies other than more scientifical, and he likes to experiment a lot. You're probably right, he would have probably been better as a scientist. But he wanted to help people. Oh, trust me, I won't defend myself any longer. I have moved away from my family for a reason, but being the eldest child, I still have to provide. So when shall I get to work? I mean, I can now. Oh, sure. Shall I introduce myself to the mistress? You'll take me to the master first, of course. Sorry. I do say sorry quite a lot. I'll follow on. Nellie, the mistress would like a cup of tea, but the teapot isn't where I put it last. Well, yes, I've been here 5 years, but I still can't find it. I've checked everywhere. Isabel has it? That's a very strange thing for her to have. It was her mother's teapot. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. What should I do? I should tell her that there's no tea. Oh, okay. I'll take her a cup of water and some food instead then. Okay. Miss, it's me. Hi, miss. Oh, sorry. Um, there isn't any tea downstairs. The teapot Isabel has. No, but I've brought you a glass of water and some food if that'll help. Can I ask you a question, miss? You seem to be getting a lot better over the past few days, and months, in fact. Can I ask why you were so upset in the first place? You were in love with two people at once. Oh, you weren't in love with them. They were in love with you. Oh. Then how did you feel about that then? I'm sure we've all not felt right in our skin once in a while. It felt different for you. How so? Well, you didn't really feel the same way about them as they did you because of a different reason. May I ask what reason that is? I don't mean to pry. You didn't like men? How do you mean? Oh, you're... Miss, you can't say that word here. Why? You could be flogged. Do you know where we are? Do you know what year it is? Why, I've not gone screaming. Well, is it just me or did this room get suddenly really warm? You're... If you say that word here, then I can't shout about it, seeing as you're my mistress. That's the only reason. So what if it's not? What could I do about it? What reason could I tell you? 'Cause I don't know if you're of sound mind to keep it to yourself as well. You wouldn't tell me if you didn't think I was sound of mind. Perfect. Okay, I understand where you're coming from. That's all I'll say on the matter. You'd like to hear my story because you told me yours. Well, my family didn't really appreciate me, even though I'm the eldest and still provide for them. They kicked me out a long time ago, which is why I came here. On the breaks that I have, I don't really go to visit them. I go to the library. I like to get lost in the books. Obviously, not the library in this house. I would never disrespect the master like that. The library in Gimmerton. Well, there's old ancient books there. Ones of stories that are written by women in disguise, and cross my fingers, people who were romantics and stuff like that. Well, as I was saying, they kicked me out, which is why I came here, but I soon realised that that wasn't the only reason why they kicked me out. I've known how I felt about certain subjects since I was a child, and I'm assuming that they realised before I did. Well, they went to church. They've been going to church as long as I can remember, and so have I, but I'm guessing that the teachings in the church had taken a slight turn. Well, it hurt at first, but I had no idea of the reason. I thought that I had done something terrible or I wasn't providing enough, which is why I still provide, but I have younger siblings who I think still need me. But anyway, your situation is probably a lot worse. Two men who fall in love with you, one of them is kind of your brother and the other one you are actually married to. Do you miss the house? Wuthering Heights, I think it was called. I was looking for a maid job there. I always admired it because it was near the moors and I loved sitting on there and reading a book. But they weren't accepting anyone. I think since you and Nellie left, Ellen left, they've not accepted any women help, seeing as she would naturally become the mistress. You do and don't miss it. How is that so, may I ask? You miss the idea of living there as a child, but don't miss your big brother. Or Heathcliff? Oh, sorry, that was pushing too much. But why don't you miss Mr. Earnshaw? Oh, sorry, I'll call him Henley. Oh, his son Hareton has grown quite well, I hear, though. Your nephew. Yeah, he had seemed to change a lot from the loving husband to a cold-fisted gambler. Oh, I just hear it from the town gossip, you could say. Miss, may I ask, how do you know how you feel about Heathcliff and Linton? The master. I never really know what to say. You want to ask me a question first? Does the master scare me? Do you want my honest answer or my false? Honest. He terrifies me. He is kind when he dotes on you and sure that you are well accustomed to and okay. But when he's doing this, his reasons don't seem as standard as I would say. Like, his reasons just seem to be to make you better so you can live out a life and choose him over Mr. Heathcliff, I think. But if he hasn't felt like that and doesn't feel like that, then I apologise in great honesty. But, may I ask how you know you feel the way that you do? The more detailed question is, in general, as you were saying that you didn't really like a certain type of people. You have a crush on someone. Who? Sorry, that's probably a very inappropriate question and personal for me to ask. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. I'll just be going once you've finished with your water and your meal if you would. Miss, what? I, I'm the person that you have a crush on. Are you sure your fever hasn't come back? Miss, I'm just a lowly maid. How, and a girl at that point. I, Do I like it? I would be lying if I said no. That's all I'll say on the matter. Someone's at your door. I'll go answer it. Nelly! Hi! I was just leaving. May I take your pots, miss? Thank you. You know how to call me when you need me. Goodbye. I wonder who that